I'm going to show you how to press this latest impression die carved by Steve Adams. The SKU is SA-BT1025. This design is carved by Steve Adams, and I'm going to press it using 16 gauge fine silver. I have cut out my metal using a pancake die. I believe this is a 1.5 inch circle. And I'm going to place the metal over the impression. My metal is annealed. We are going to anneal it multiple times throughout this process. And then I'm going to place a small piece of urethane in the center of the metal where the design is. And our first press, I'm going to use that urethane to form the metal down into the deepest part of the die. Now this is a shallow die, and if I had thicker material, I could probably just press it solid, but I'm pretty sure that 16 is going to be a little bit too thin to press solid. So I'm starting with the urethane, and we're going to get those details in the center of the die first. I'm going to make sure that the urethane, the point at which I'm working, is centered under the tool steel pusher. So we're gonna set that there. I'm using the electric Rincon 2010 hydraulic press. It will work the same way as the manual press. So let's press it. Okay, let's pull it out. And I don't want to move the design yet. So you can see just from the back, just that single press has formed quite a bit. But what I want to do before I take it out of the die, I'm going to move the urethane around and press it maybe 3 more times just to get as much of the detail on this first round of pressing as possible before I take the metal out of the die. Okay. So now let's take a look. This is what the back of the silver looks like. Now, before I take my metal out, in case I need to re-register it, I'm going to take either a bench knife or an awl or something, and I'm going to scratch a line in the silver and the die itself to create a registration mark so that if I need to press it again, I can anneal my metal and I'll be able to put it back in the die exactly the way it came out. So let's see. Can't pop it out with my hand, so I'm going to take that bench knife and I'm just going to, pop that out. And that is not too shabby for just one round of pressing. I am impressed. So that looks pretty good. Obviously, we're missing some detail here, and we're missing a little bit of detail throughout, especially you can see right here. I am going to anneal my fine silver, and I'll come back and we will press round 2, probably the same amount of times as we did this first time. I have annealed my silver, so now I'm going to line my metal back up, and you can see there's the scratch mark that I made on the metal, and I'm going to line it up with the scratch mark that I made on the die, and that locks my silver in place. So I'm going to repeat the same processes. I'm going to start with the pressing with the urethane in the center of the die, just so that we can make sure we get all of the detail there. And then I'm going to move the urethane, center it under the press again, and then I'm going to continue to move the urethane and rotate the die and press a few more times. And then I think we'll probably get all of the detail. Okay, let's take a look. So you can see we may need to do a little, we may need to do a little bit more right around this outside perimeter or outside circumference of the circle, but let's pop that metal out and just take a look and see what we've got. Now that is beautiful. I think we've got it all. We'll compare it. And it looks like, maybe with the exception of a little bit right at these 2 points, and maybe here, I think we've got most of it. But just for fun, I'm going to anneal it and we're going to press everything again and show you the final piece. And here is the finished stamping. This is an absolutely beautiful die. Again, the impression die, the SKU is SA-BT1025. It's carved by hub carver extraordinaire Steve Adams. And this would make a beautiful pendant. It would be really lovely if it was enameled. Transparent enamel on this. You can make a box top. It's beautiful. So I hope that helps show you how to press this die by Steve Adams. The same techniques apply to most of his other impression dies. They're shallow, they're highly detailed, and this technique will work with most, if not all of them. So thanks for watching.